It is I. I'm returning once again. It is I, Shadow Sage, returning for another amazingly video. Um, I tried to do this video last night, but I got a little monkey-minded and I got distracted. But nonetheless, today's a new day and I'm here now. So I'm gonna wait for people to slide through this thing, even though I did not promote this shit on my social media platforms like I always do. But that's okay, because like I said, today's a new day. I am a magician, and whatever happens today just happens. So, as y'all come into the building, make sure y'all say, hey, peace, what's up, y'all? Hey, Tyrone, what's up? Um, so, um, so yeah, I hope you're doing okay. It's almost Aries season, so that's very exciting. You know, time to propel forward and do what we need to do. I'm in a very somber mood. I've been meditating all day. Today was a pretty good day. I got my nails done. I meditated. I went grocery shopping. Today's a good day, okay? So I'm gonna get to it because I hate when people talk in their intros and not get to what we actually came to get to, okay? I want to make this video simply because I've been doing like I said in my last video, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, okay? Peace, y'all, what's up? I spent like 2 weeks in a house doing some necessary reflection that I needed to do on my own. And, I'm going through like a lot of 12th house transits. So perhaps I'll make a video on that, but I'm for sure going to make a video on the transition, how important Pisces season to Aries season and the big difference it is between, that it is between the two, okay? So I made this video because last week I had a realization after beating myself down and fighting my own self-doubts and my own thoughts. I came to a conclusion, and doing my own research as well, researching and reading with people going through similar experiences. So I'm having a lot of 12th house action going on in my chart. So like I said, my subconscious is heightened, okay? Like I said, Pisces season is really not the season to really implant and manifest things. It's really like for relaxation and shadow work and solitude and meditation and contemplation, okay? It's like the Hangman, Pisces in the tarot deck is represented by the Hangman, okay? And the Hangman, I'm sure y'all seen the card before. It's basically, that card is just about, that's the story, the Fool's Journey, as I was saying in my last video. That's the Fool's Journey, okay? So at that point in the Hangman, the Fool, let's say, for example, you walking through the woods and somebody set up a bear trap or some type of trap where it just slings you up into the air and you can't really do anything, so you hang it upside down. You can't really do nothing. You tried reaching up and cutting the rope, can't do that. So instead, you just wait and get help. That's the only thing you can do, right? So that's kind of representation of what Pisces season represents. And a lot of that, what I realized is sometimes it's okay to not do anything, okay? Because everybody has 12th house transits, okay? And depending on what sign is in your 12th house, so your 12th house transit might occur during Gemini season. You may be a Cancer rising and have Gemini in your 12th house. Or you may be a Capricorn rising and have Sagittarius in your 12th house, okay? Everybody has the same type of period because you need to rest for your what is it called, your Zodiac New Year, right? So I'm just going through mine, okay? So it's okay to exist. It's okay to simply just let things be, okay? I heard just be from my mentor first. My mentor, she's a Pisces, so they can maneuver and slither wherever they like. Like, Pisces are really amazing creatures. They can be used for good or they can be used for evil. Either way, they're very blessed creatures, and I do appreciate them very much. But just the simple fact of just being, okay? So the new age human is not really in its authentic self, okay? Currently, the new age human is emotionally repressed, codependent, um, gives energy to things like celebrity worship. The new age human is tied to their phone, okay? So you got to understand how humanity was designed to originally be. The new age human is different because we're bombarded with our own systems, and those systems and those social norms and those habits that we do, because humans are a creature of habit. They reform the original human. So we're different now, okay? And one of those things that kind of infiltrated kind of the current human mind is um, productivity and constantly being in productivity, okay, to be seen as valuable. All right. So I don't know if y'all had these days where if you feel like you're not doing anything, or if you feel like you're not really accomplishing anything, you feel worthless, okay? And that, my friend, is a program, because you do need a time where you just need to rest, okay? This is what Pisces season is all about. Rest, handle your business. But if you don't have to go to that party. You don't have to go to that meeting. If you really not required to go to that meeting, don't go to that meeting. You don't have to vivaciously, is that even a word? I don't even know if I'm using the context of that word right, but you don't have to constantly, what they call, chase the bag 24/7, because one, you shouldn't even be chasing the bag. You should be attracting the bag, because you know what I'm saying, we don't chase money, we attract money. You know, like, you don't want to, because if you chase something, that means it's kind of like has power over you, you're a slave to it, right? So you never want to do that. However, when you're dealing with the 12 zodiacs, they represent human concepts, okay? Well, concepts or themes, or what's that other word? Concepts, basically themes of the human existence, okay? And then Pisces represents humanity connecting back to source, right? Because that's why Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac, okay? Because it's the last. Like I said, the new year doesn't start in January during Capricorn season. Like, that's the Gregorian calendar. We're talking about the real calendar before, Europeans start coming in and changing shit and, implementing their will, yada, yada. So, New Year actually starts on the 21st. What's today, like the 18th? So if you feel like you haven't accomplished what you wanted to accomplish so far since 2021 started, don't feel bad, because the new year hasn't even started yet. The new year doesn't start till the 21st, which is the spring equinox, which everything is fresh, okay? So in the meantime, prior to that time, and sometime probably after that, it's okay to just rest and be. It's okay to just feel like, okay, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just really existing. Like, because literally spent 2 weeks in the house not doing anything. Like, I'll watch some anime, I'll smoke, I'll work. This has been my routine for the past 2 weeks. I wake up, I work out, I cook, I shower, and then whatever, if I feel like doing a video, I get up and do a video. If I don't feel like doing video, I either probably smoke or just watch anime, like, for the rest of the day. Like, that's kind of what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. But with that rest and contemplation, my own thoughts, subconscious patterns have been coming up heavy and hard. And it's like last week was really hard for me, probably until like Thursday or Friday, because I was just fighting. I was replaying old versions of myself, and I was replaying my mistakes, and I was replaying, like, how could you let this person play you like that, or how dare you put, you view yourself as a very high person, why in the past you put yourself in this kind of position. So I had to have a lot of self-compassion towards myself, as well as a lot of understanding towards myself. So and as the days go by, as day 3 turned to day 4, day 4 turned into day 5, I realized, like, I'm not doing anything. And I started to feel worthless, because just like I wasn't going to work. I haven't been to work in 2 weeks. I haven't really been pushing out videos like I felt like I should have been, because, I'm at home. I'm not really doing anything. I really don't have any obligations. My bills are paid. So I'm really just in the house, just chilling. And then it just dawned on me, like, sometimes when you go through your 12th house transits, or sometimes it's going to be a part of the year where you notice you don't have a lot of energy, or where you notice, like, the more energy you try to exert, but then your body and your spirit is telling you that, hey, relax, sit your ass down. You have to just pay attention to that time of the year for you, or you can get a read with me and I can tell you where your 12th house is when I do your full chart analysis. Okay, so it's okay to really just exist sometimes. Okay, sometimes it's okay to really just be. Okay, sometimes it was to the point like I was just in like my own hamster wheel. Like I would do the same thing every day. Like I would wake up, work out, take a shower, smoke, repeat. Like literally, like watching doing the same thing. And I realized and like I said, I felt worthless, and I felt like, oh my God, how am I, doing my purpose is all. But I had to really kind of look at the big picture and realize and do some research on my own, and people who also have gone through 12th house transits, and their experiences is just the same as mine. Low energy, don't really feel like communicating with people. Sometimes you ignore calls, you ignore texts because you just don't feel like to be bothered with human interaction, and that's okay. So it's like I know a lot of times, like I said, what society wants us to do, society programs for humans are more beneficial to keep society running than keep the humans happy, because a lot of times all this status and all this wealth is pushed because you're being asked to contribute to a game. Okay, so when you constantly get up and go to work, and when you constantly get up and purchase stuff and drive and put gas in your car, that's consumerism. America is really based on consumerism. You're like, every time you watch TV or every time you turn on a YouTube and it's an ad, it's somebody trying to sell you something. That's all America, or that's all really today's world is about: consumerism. Produce and then you distribute. Okay, and humans are not cattle, but humans are like little worker bees for society. Okay, that's why they give you a birth certificate on the day of your birth. You don't actually need a fucking birth certificate or ID or social security card to prove that you exist. I'm right fucking here. I exist. I have eyes. I'm talking. I'm communicating. I'm in the flesh. So they give you a birth certificate when you're born, because that your birth certificate goes to the U.S. Department of Treasury. You're like a kind of like a promissory note. Be like, hey, this person, we're gonna use this person to pay off the debt that the United States government has accumulated. So really, your birth certificate, social security, all that, it's like America viewing you as property. It's like how you got a title or a deed to a house or something like that. That's what your birth certificate is. It's just human production systems. Okay, so a lot of times our programming, and if you're not doing nothing, if you ain't chasing the bag, you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit. Like, you're useless, you're unproductive, because what are you doing to contribute to society? What are you doing to fuel the machine? Basically, like, humans are basically machines for America, or really consumerism, because consumerism is global, it's international, it's not just in America. So really understanding this ideology can kind of give you a better understanding of, kind of detach from that a little bit. So like I said, sometimes it's okay to just be. Sometimes it's okay to just not know where you're going. It's okay to be like, am I doing this shit right? Am I on the right path? It's okay to be like that, because literally the week that I had last week and the week that I have it now is a complete 180. Like, I didn't think I was going to get out that dark phase of me just being bombarded with my thoughts, because I wasn't doing anything. But in me not doing anything, it's helping me clear out old shit or things I don't need. So when I actually start to do things, and when I actually start to plant those seeds that I want to come to fruition, I won't be blocked by those mental obstacles or these unresolved feelings that I haven't dealt with moving forward. You know what I'm saying? This is why sometimes people have a issue with manifesting, because it's hard to manifest when you have subconscious blocks. So it's hard to manifest that you desire when you still have your old subconscious programming. If you still don't believe you are worthy of receiving what you're asking for, that can be a block. So you can self-sabotage, you know what I'm saying? So the rest period and the just being period is very vital. So when you actually get up and start moving, you won't have any mental blockages to keep you awake to what you're working for, you know what I'm saying? So actually rest is very essential. Like people was getting on like Steve Harvey talking about if you in the West Coast and you wake up at 8, you know, the stock market been up for like 3 hours. Like, no, like it's something about older people or like the older generation, like they will work themselves to death for a job that don't give a damn about them. Like, and I'm glad that kind of, you know, our generation or the younger generation is kind of team fuck that job, because I'm not about, I don't care how much a job is paying, my mental health is first. Like, fuck a job, I'm gonna get it how I'm gonna get it, but I'm not about to let society or a job that can easily replace me get on my mental health. Like, I'm not about to go to work if I'm not feeling like going to work. I'm not about to do it. Like, because if I'm not right within, then the work that I do or what I produce is not going to be right. You know what I'm saying? So everything starts internal. So it's a cycle. Like, you got to understand, like, your times alone and you actually doing addressing those darker aspects of yourself, they are very vital for moving forward. Because if you suppress those things and when you actually try to move forward and try to manifest things, be like, hey, I want this, but them feelings of insecurity come up, like, hey, do you really deserve this? Remember you was a kid, you know what I'm saying? You didn't get this, that means you're, so all those old patterns start coming up if you don't deal with that shit in solitude. So that's why sometimes, at least sometime out the year, that's why you need to just be. Like, you need, even if it's just like, I think I spent most of this month in the house, and I'm okay with that because I know this year, one, I'm gonna be resting. Two, I need to rest. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be resting and I'm gonna be moving, and I feel like this resting time wasn't wasted at all. Like, I'm doing what I need to do. I realized it's okay for me to take up space by me not doing anything. That's a thing too, and that's some root chakra shit. Like, I didn't know that about the root chakra. The root chakra actually deals with you acknowledging that you do exist and that you deserve to take up space in this world. Okay, and sometimes even when you're resting, you're still worthy, that because you exist. Like, I be telling myself I'm worthy of this simply because I exist. You know, they say how we asked to be here. Perhaps I did ask to be here. I mean, it's a con job, but perhaps I did ask to manifest myself as this vessel and as this avatar, right? So, damn, I forgot what I was about to say. But anyway, it'll come back. I hate when I do that. I've been smoking a lot more weed lately. But but anyway, I don't even remember what I was about to say, but I don't know. It's okay to exist. It's okay to just be. It's okay to not do nothing for a short period of time. Don't do nothing like for 6 months straight, but like, it's okay to not do nothing like for a month. Okay? So for a day, showing people shadow work. Yeah. So it's okay to just be. Okay, just be. Sometimes it's okay to just exist. You know, it's okay, especially if you know, and like, you just have to. And I think my faith has been tested. Like I said, my greatest enemy is myself. Like, you know how they say, like, oh, it's the government, is this, is this. No, your greatest enemy is yourself. Like, and looking back on it, I done did so many self-sabotaging stuff. Oh yeah, thank you, Tyrone. I do remember. Okay. I did just so many self-sabotaging stuff in the name of unworthiness. It just is what it is. But yeah, back to the root chakra. Yeah, the root chakra, like I said, that basically yeah, self-conflict. And you know what? In my tarot deck, I've been pulling up the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. And you know, the Five of Wands deals with conflict. Sometimes if it's not with others, it could definitely just be with yourself. Yeah, it be like that. Like, sometimes, like last week, I thought like I didn't have a purpose. But it was just like I was in a cocoon. Like, Pisces season is to be in a cocoon, okay? So that you may be born into Aries season, okay? So it's okay to just be sometimes. And like I said, if you want to know where your 12th house is, you'll feel this energy the most. Like, if you ever notice the time, like, out the year, like I said, it's different from everybody. Sometimes some people may be in May, it might be in July, it might be in November. Mine's is particularly in this time. So if you want to know what your 12th house is, hit me up for a reading. Becoming a light ancestral, a man can assert to measure you as becoming your own. Yeah, you have to become your own, you know, and being your relying on yourself and not Serapis anymore. You know, if you don't know who Serapis is basically the Greek philosopher who the Christian God is based on. Basically, this white man, Greek white man, he basically self-deified himself and his son. So Serapis is the basically is the visualization of God that the Christians push, you know. And if you ask the average Christian, what does God look like? 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to visualize him in a toga and a white man, and he got a beard. Okay. And it's hard. It is definitely hard being your own master, because you have to really get the tool. You have to really build up the inner resources to push forward. Because like I said, once you delve into the spiritual path or the metaphysical, if you're doing it for real, like not like for fake. If you're doing it for real, if you're doing it for really, the spiritual path is for the authentic self. Because when you're in religion is political. Okay, religion, it gives you what to believe, or it gives you what rules to abide by. You know what I'm saying? Like, thou shalt not kill. You don't need nobody needs to tell you not to fucking kill nobody. Like, I don't fucking kill nobody. Mind your fucking business. Like, I mean, like I said, unless that person threatening your family or something, okay. But still, like, thou should not steal. Thou should not, like, bro, you should know this. Like, it's really in your essence. It's really, you shouldn't have to be told that. But religion is so political, and religion is so molding, that it keeps you away from being authentic, the authentic self. And that is all the spiritual path is about. The spiritual path is not getting dreads, trying to look cool, buying a shit ton of crystals, don't even know how to use them, watching some shit for some entertainment. Like, no, it's actually so you can learn how to be authentic, so you can find your place in the, or no, not find your place, claim your place in the world. Okay, I don't like the word find your place. I like claim your place. Okay. So that's the whole purpose of spirituality, is authenticity. So when you no longer subscribe to any type of religion, like I said, which is political, it has nothing to do with the soul. Like, most religious people, you ask a religious person now of the 3 major religions, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, you ask them what a soul is, they don't even know what a soul is. But they've heard it so many times, and they read it so many times in a book, and they heard it so many times from somebody behind a pulpit, but they don't actually understand what a soul is. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's political. It's like the education system. You know, like, it's just something it's like a curriculum. Like, somebody actually put this curriculum together. You know, aka the Vatican, because the Vatican comprises the Christian curriculum, and it just gives it out to a point you don't even think for yourself, you just absorb, right? So when you are your own master, it is a little bit harder, because you have to really rely. I mean, you can rely on other things, like a force outside of you. Like, I rely on my spirit guide. I talk to myself. Like, I know I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not alone on this journey. I have people on the other side who help me and who assist me. Angels, demons, fairies. So I have a lot of things that help me on the other side, but ultimately it's up to you to kind of integrate that and kind of be your own fuel to the fire to do that. And I met people who actually was on the occult path, and they went back to Christianity, because I understand it. It's hard. Like, it's fucking hard. But that's just what separates. Like I said, Godhood is earned. Like, this type of shit, like, it's not easy. And I was thinking to myself too, when I was doing a lot of self-reflecting and a lot of deprogramming, like, where are these feelings of inadequacy coming from? Like, this is not me. And I had to realize, when you are your ancestral bloodline. So when you are on this path, you got to understand you're dealing with DNA carries information. So you carry information from generations upon generations upon generations. And when I get so in my head, we love white Jesus. I hate you. No, but they do. They love some white Jesus, but that's them. That's their own choice, and nothing I can do about that. That's their own path. They'll just be right back down here, doing this shit again. So damn, I got so airheaded. I got sidetracked. I don't even remember what I was gonna say. God damn it, Tyrone. Oh, when you heal your ancestral bloodline, when you heal yourself, you heal your ancestral bloodline. And that's what makes it hard, because you're not only dealing with your shit, you're dealing with generations upon generations of shit. And like I said, last week was rough. Really, really rough. Like, I thought I was the scum of the earth. I felt like the scum of the earth. I felt like I ain't never gonna be shit. How am I gonna get over these feelings of, you know, not feeling, I know I'm a bad bitch, but I don't feel like I'm a bad bitch. Like, so, you know, it's just, but it's an honor. Like, it's an honor. So like I said, this path is not for everybody. Being with you, like, you have to validate yourself on the spiritual path. The spiritual path, like, because especially, like, you know, most of my viewers are Black. So a lot of Black families have passed on trauma because of feelings of inadequacy within themselves. All their life, they was taught that, you know, white Jesus was it. You know, a lot of Black people have white inferiority complex to white people. All of that, like, a lot of white people, like a lot of Black people during the 50s, 40s, 30s, we were just going through life, really trying to survive and dealing with feelings of segregation and stuff. So when you actually do your work and shadow work, you realize it's hard. Yeah, it is hard, but you are the redeemer of your bloodline. Never forget that. It starts with you, and it's a very heavy burden because you are the one that basically redeems your bloodline. And, you know, even from slavery, even post-slavery, I don't know what happened exactly in my bloodline, but my family, I can just feel my family comes from a lot of trauma, especially with the women. So it's my job and our obligation to do that and heal that. So it's a big responsibility, but like I said, what are you gonna do? Like, and I view it like through my Aries lens, like as a survival mechanism. Like, it's either the strong or it's the weak. I don't want to be weak. Like, even today, right? I'm working on discipline, and I told myself, like, you know, I'm doing some cleanse today because, you know, this lady, I paid this lady, she does monthly cleanses, so I pay her, and because I paid her for my last one and it actually worked. And, you know, she was just like, no smoking, no drinking. And mind you, I got a blunt right in front of me. I got a blunt right in front of me. So I'm just like, dang. She said no smoking and no drinking for 3 hours prior or after the cleanse. So I'm just like, damn, like, I really want to smoke this blunt, and I really want to drink this wine. And if I can't do it, it's weakness. Like, to not have discipline is weakness. I don't know where that came from earlier, but I had told myself, like, you're not weak. Discipline comes from weakness, not being able to give in to your desires. Okay? So be mindful of that shit too. I'm really excited really for this new year. I feel like we really about to be, like, it's already prophesied that we already chosen. Like, if you a melanated person, and you choose yourself, you're actually doing the work, you have a place in this world. Okay? So, like Sister Myra would say, you are the leader of the new world. Okay? So, you fight your inner self, because you got to conquer yourself before you conquer the world. Okay? Some moments you want to be. Yeah. So, that's really all I came to say. That's really what's been on my mind. So, like I said, once Aries season take off, especially April, when the sun hit my first house, I'm gonna be a beast. I'm telling you, I feel like something, I'm in a new city. I feel like something big is coming for me. And because I've been, you know, going through my little phase in Pisces season where I'm in my little cocoon, I feel like I'm finna take off, especially after the winter solstice. Like I said, I keep forgetting it is a new world now. After the winter solstice, is a new world. Um, so I'm gonna read y'all comments. Um, but yeah, I don't usually I'm talkative. But I'm not that talkative. Um, haven't been these talkative. Like I said, Mercury in the 12th house. So my thoughts are really more internalized into my subconscious. But that's okay. Let me see how I go to my stuff, how I go to my stuff, how I go to my stuff. Oh no. I turned off my chakra music. That's okay. But I really do appreciate y'all. Every time I come in here, y'all always show love. I do appreciate that. And like I said, I most of the time I do what I do for y'all. Like I do like I keep telling this, like all I want to do is, and sometimes I do it to a fault. Sometimes I put so much energy into other people. I see their potential. I'm working on that. I see their potential and I know their success is inevitable, but I have a hard time doing that for myself. And I understand it's not a reflection of me. It's just I have to just deprogram, you know, because mind you, your parents are just people. Your people who raised you in your childhood, they're just people. You know, they're not. They don't even know what the hell they doing. So it's just like when one person don't know what they doing and they give it to another person, it is your duty and your obligation to heal your family bloodline. So you won't have no more kids who doing all this shit that these younger adults are doing. Okay, literally, you doing this type of work will save the world because you know better. And when you know better, you do better. And when you do better, you perhaps potentially teach better. Okay, so this work that I'm doing and y'all are doing and other people like me are doing is literally to change the world. Because society wants you like this. Society wants you codependent. Society wants, you know, and codependency comes out in many forms. With women, sometimes it can come out being codependent in relationships, codependent on food. You know, women like to eat a lot, you know, especially when they're upset. So, and dealing with different coping mechanisms and stuff. So, society benefits from your self-doubt. So, see, because you have been conditioned since day one to doubt yourself. And the people who raised you were also conditioned to doubt themselves. So now they're pushing. Now that person doubted themselves is not pushing that shit on you. Now you self-doubting yourself. You know what I'm saying? So society benefits off your demise. And if that don't put no fire under your ass to become the best version of yourself, mentally, spiritually, and physically, because in order to be a god, you gotta keep your body tight too. Like I said, that's why I've been working out every day. Your girl losing weight, your girl getting slim thick with your cute ass. Hey, I might buy you a new bag. Okay? So society benefits off you not being your best self. And me thinking about that, that makes me very angry. And you know, the best things are done when you are angry. Anger triggers an emotion that makes you get shit done. Anger is actually very divine. Never forget that shit either. Yeah, let me read your comments. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Sure, who I am, sure, Rick. Always ask to match my energy if I don't feel pointless. Yeah, when I be at the crib burning, I like to make a sesh, a ritual, and get into a spirit. I always ask them to match my energy, and then I don't feel pointless. That is a very good mechanism to do. Okay. Right, as a Pisces, I do this naturally, but I feel guilty because everyone else is like, what are you doing? Yeah, like I said, Pisces, like I say, Pisces are magicians. Pisces are very magical. I have Pisces in my sidereal chart, not my tropical chart. Tropical chart, I'm an Aries rising and Aries moon. Sidereal, I'm an Aries, I'm a Pisces moon, Pisces ascendant. So, yeah, angry get shit done. Anats, yeah, I'm mad they took him off American Gods. He was the GOAT. I mean, American Gods are still cool. You know, I see that they didn't put oil in American Gods. Did they have Oba? Was that, no, that wasn't Oba in American Gods. I don't know who that, it was Yemaya. And like I said, I get it. They're doing it for, you know, visual purposes and just for entertainment purposes. But everybody knows, like, like, Oshun called Yemaya her sister. Like, ma'am, that's your mother. That's your mother. But entertainment purposes only. That's a disclosure. Okay. I don't know my rising sign for sure, but I feel like I'm Pisces rising because if you don't know your rising sign, just email me. And we'll do a reading and we'll get that popping. Okay. Yeah. And like I said, just and Ogun. Where they had Ogun at? I didn't see Ogun in American Gods. I just remember they had Yemaya, they had Oshun, they had it wasn't Oba. Was it Oba? It was somebody else. I don't remember that deity's name. But I don't remember where was Ogun at. Cause I've caught up on the episodes. I just don't remember. Research be more connected. Well, thank you, Will. I appreciate that. You know, like I said, if I can help you find or unlock a part of you, then, because that's where I find the quality of my videos. If I am watching a video and I feel like I didn't get like no revelation for it, then it really kind of wasted my time. And as he was about to waken the warrior and playing, and they took him off, which was some horse shit because you already know he was spitting facts. I mean, am I psychic? I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't like the word psychic, like so cliche, and it has a very negative connotation to it. But yes, do I have supernatural abilities? Yes, I do. I like that term better. I have supernatural abilities. Okay, it's a gift and a curse. But yeah, I may have to rewatch American Gods because I don't remember Ogun. What's your email address? Look at my other videos. I usually post it in this one. I just didn't have the time yet. Do I have it? No, I don't. Click on one of my other videos, like my last 2 or 3 or 4. And I have all my information, contact information, social media, email, and all that stuff. So go ahead and do that. But yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember Ogun being in there. But if he was in there, that's cool, because it's Ogun. Ogun, I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about Ogun. But I appreciate when I don't want to manifest that. I don't want to manifest that because I've seen that manifest to somebody. I feel like when I think the original story of Ogun raped his mother. Okay. And this is like Mr. Bandclap. He taught me that because a lot of his teachings from the Orisha comes from studies done in the 1800s. So apparently it's a story from the 1800s where Ogun rapes his mother while Obatala was not there. And that's kind of didn't like that energy, but that energy is kind of necessary. You know, when you just don't give a fuck, Ogun energy is the energy. Or endurance. I have some Ogun oil somewhere. I just put it up somewhere. Yeah, Ogun is a necessary energy when you need to run, when you need to get shit done, or if you need to slap somebody into next week, or you know, if you need endurance. Oh, actually, Ogun can also help you retain information. I had went to this lady when I first started to get into magic, 2018. I didn't study for this test. I had the board for some Navy exam. I had to get qualified in aviation because, you know, I did aviation meteorology. So I had to get qualified at that. And I didn't feel like studying. So I did a ritual to Ogun and Elegua. Elegua and Ogun. And bam, I passed. It was a very expensive ritual to do. I had to buy some rum. I had to buy some coconuts. I'm like, damn, why I need coconuts? But she told me to get coconuts. And when I did that ritual, it's very powerful. I think that's my first time I ever worked with a goon. Because Legua is the opener. So A leg will open me up to receiving the information, and then a goon help me retain the information. It's like new Aaron did you say wants to keep us sleep up. We can just step into our own. Yeah, like I said, I be wondering that too. Like, do they think, like, you know, every day time, you know, I'll slip by and I catch the news if it's, you know, on Twitter or something, or if I'm at a place and I was at the nail salon, and you know, of course they gonna play the news. And yeah, they still pushing this vaccine, and I hope they not. Ain't nobody about to buy this vaccine, honey. Like, ain't nobody about to get this vaccine. Like, I be thinking, like, are they aware that people are just waking up to the bullshit, or is this just a desperation attempt? You know how when you don't have no chips left and you just play all your chips and you just like, fuck it, like, I might be losing, but this all I got left, so I might as well just play to win. I wonder, are they doing it like that? Because, you know, they're not gonna win. Deep State's not gonna win. I miss Donald Trump. Donald Trump was on Deep State's ass, but you know, he lost because he talked too much and didn't implement any tact with his plan. And I don't even think he was. Trump was very intelligent, more than he let on, but you know, tactfulness is that Sagittarius moon that Trump has. Tactfulness. So I don't know, but yeah, like I said, Deep State, they on this shit. If you look at the recent Biden interview when he got on the helicopter, yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say, Tyra. I was just about to say that. I was just about to get on that. Yeah, with the green screen, like, you know, when he was about to get on the helicopter, like, that nigga wasn't even really there. Like, like you could see like pictures, like in interaction with the video, you know how they had the media mics with the little fuzzies on it, like his arm was like going through the media mics. It was weird. Like, the president tapped in his last trial about the camel's back. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's just like they doing a whole bunch of stuff, and they think, but some people are stupid. They think we stupid, but it's really some people out here that are just really dumb as hell. So some people are just gonna eat that shit up. So I understand they're pulling to that, but I just wonder, do they know, like, people are waking up now, like that stuff's not gonna work anymore. Like, I'll be wondering, like your time is up. Like, even with that Oprah and what do you call that? Hi Rashad, what's up? With that Oprah and the royal family with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Now I don't agree with everything with that, you know, person. Okay, let me say it like this. When I speak about human interviews or human media, I speak of it from the observer. I observe, okay? People be having their feelings towards, you know, certain people. Okay, I'm beyond that at that point. I look at the symbols and I decode it, and I look at the possible effect from, you know, this media being put out. So even with the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stuff, that's going to put a flashlight on Queen Elizabeth. And I feel like, and I've always spoke that into existence, like Queen Elizabeth is going to be exposed for, you know, the stuff that she does. You know, with perhaps not being human and, you know, adrenochrome and all that other stuff. So, you know, so that's good, because the spirit of Princess Diana is kind of coming through Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. So I do appreciate that. So, so yeah, just time is just so exciting. It's so exciting. And sometimes I forget how excited it is, because I just be in my own self-imprisonment of my mind with my own non-existent limitations. But yeah, it's just like right now it's just really crazy, and it's just really having me. I'm cool with everything falling down. My whole thing is, you know how Bobby him be saying, that's the only thing I just don't know, and I think that's not meant for us to know. I don't know what the future looks like. I doubt this shit is gonna be some type of utopia, because like I said, these even if it was to be like some new age futuristic type of society, that means it would still be some corrupt government people in office, and you know that's not happening. Like, I'm all for the collapse of corrupt governments and all that. I don't want to live like Mad Max. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to live like the Book of Eli. That's just my only missing piece. It's just like, what is, when Bobby Hemming be like, this is over, what does that mean? Like, does this mean like we gonna die? Like, is this gonna be a cataclysmic event and we just gonna die? Does this mean like this is over, like we about to be living like the Book of Eli or Mad Max or like some type of post-apocalyptic type stuff? Like, what does that look like? Like, this is over, this is, you know, what does that look like? Altered carbon. What is, like, you mean altered carbon like in a different form? Google solar punk. I will do that. But yeah, I'm not trying to live like no Book of Eli. You know, I get it. This is over. I'm all for bringing all this shit down. You know, them exposing all them pedophile and stuff. But I still stuff I want to do. Like, I still want to get my nails done. I want to get a pedicure here and there. While we like, it's still things I want to make sure, you know, I want to upkeep that I like in this realm. That's nice. So I don't know. That is kind of like no, the show. Oh, okay, so it's a show called Altered Carbon. Okay, I will. Is it on Netflix, Tyrone? You gotta let me know if it's on Netflix or something. But I think God is sending something or someone back to Earth to elite and try to prepare to trick us and relieving its alien. Okay, so I do believe that. I think God is sending something or someone back to Earth, and the elite are trying to prepare to trick us. Okay, I do believe that they are going to have a false alien invasion. I did read that in Behold a Pale Horse by Bill Cooper. So Bill Cooper did confirm. Like I said, I gave that book away. I don't know why I gave that book away, but I gave that book, you know, to my white homeboy. Like, I put my white homeboy on some shit, so now I got him. I'll plug out the Matrix. He don't even live his life the same. So I gave that book away. But yeah, I do believe the government, they know how to make their own UFOs because they've been in contact with extraterrestrials. So I think they are going to fake a alien invasion. And then they're going to try to make extraterrestrials look like they're here to harm us. And they're going to try to make it look like, I'm going to just let you know right now, they're going to try briefly to make it look like some Independence Day, Will Smith, Alien versus Predator type shit. Like, yes, the Pale Horse is in the Book of Revelation, but a man named Bill Cooper, he wrote a book called Behold a Pale Horse. And I think the Pale Horse in the Book of Revelation is symbolic to famine and low food shortages, okay? So I think 2020 was the initiation of the first horse, okay? The first horse was the red horse, which, you know what? Now you got me thinking. Because the beginning of 2020 was, you remember last year, they were just like, yeah, it's going to be rumors of war, basically, World War III, right? So that was kind of the initiation of the red horse, so, which is, you know, rumors of war, potentially, okay? And then the pale horse represents famine and starvation and disease. So I think we are on the pale horse, to be honest. I mean, aside from the famine part, I mean, nigga, I ain't starving, okay? I gotta stay thick, okay? So, I mean, I hope, but, and I'll be thinking, like, how does the Book of Revelation tie into, is the book, I don't think the Book of Revelation, of course, okay, I gotta go back to my basis. The Bible is allegorical. So the Book of Revelations, I think, is symbolic basically to now, you know, the end of an eon. Because even Jesus said, I see you in the end of an eon. The eon is just another word for age, okay? And the Bible also just talks about the age of Aquarius. I have it written down on one of my journals. But, you know, Jesus says, you know, go into a house and you will meet a man with a water pitcher or some shit like that. He's talking about the age of Aquarius, okay? But yeah, I think they're, back to what I was saying about Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper, in his book, Behold a Pale Horse, he did break down how they were, how the government know how to make UFOs through alien technology. And I'm just letting you know now, yes, they're going to be like, oh, you know, aliens are here to kill us. First of all, I don't want y'all to get twisted. I be saying this a lot. I don't want y'all to get twisted with Hollywood, okay? If that were true, if aliens were to destroy the planet, which they don't because they would have did it by now, okay? Alien technology is much more advanced than human technology. Okay, so Will Smith is not about to fly in no air striker until no UFO. It's just not. They even show you that shit in Rick and Morty. Remember Rick and Morty when the aliens had came to Earth and they was doing an intergalactic talent show, and whoever sucked, they planet got blown up, right? So you remember when them big head things had came to Earth, and you know I don't know if it's all the countries on the planet, but basically America, you know, and everybody else, they have fired nuclear weapons to hit the aliens, and it did nothing at all. Didn't even leave a dent, didn't leave a spot, a burnt mark on the aliens or nothing. Like, that's equivalent to how it is. Like, there have been show me what you got. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so y'all do remember that episode. Yes. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. So that's kind of equivalent to how it is now. Like, them niggas, they thought they was gonna do something, they did absolutely nothing. Okay. Hey, y'all funny as hell. Show me what you got. No, but that's how it is though. So no, I'm gonna let you know right now. Like, even if that was true, aliens don't think like humans. Aliens are more advanced beings. They don't really believe in destroying and conquering planets because they understand that life, like, let them be them. Like, for example, when you see a fish in a fish tank, do you feel the need to kick over a fish tank? No, it's a goldfish in a small ass fish tank. Let it live. And that's the same thing how they look at us. Like, let us live. Like, what would be the purpose? So they're gonna try to push that, you know, how aliens want to, extraterrestrials want to, you know, destroy the planet. But even if they were, we would be no match anyway. Okay. So even in Predator, was it the last Predator? I think the very last Predator they made, well, it came out like what, 2018 or something like that. You know, they kept alien technology. It was like, wow, this is really advanced. You've been sitting on alien technology for how long? And that is why, let me tell you another thing, why they don't want us to interact with alien technology. I had learned this. I had watched this from a doc, and it made perfect sense. Alien technology is very advanced to the point it doesn't need natural resource. It doesn't need like industrial fuels to fuel the machines. Like, the energy that it pulls from to fuel the machines that it have is from another power source. Okay, this is why in Avengers or in Transformers, you know how in Avengers they had the blue cube. It was literally a cube full of energy, like energy that generates on its own. You don't got to put no oil in it. You ain't got to plug it into a wall. And no, it's just a shit that generates on its own. Same thing with the Transformers, like the Allspark. I think in the first Transformers, in the second Transformer, they talked about the Allspark, how the Allspark was its own power source. Yeah, same thing. So a lot of people, they're keeping us away from alien technology because that will mean, you know how cataclysmic that will be in the oil industry, and you know how many people get millions from the oil industry. And then imagine alien technology come out and eliminates the oil industry, because you have natural resource of energy. So you don't need the oil industry anymore because I think that's what Tesla was trying to do in his own way. But I don't know if he made the connection between, you know, alien technology and that. But yeah, and they be showing you in these movies, like, alien technology is really advanced. It pulls from its own power source. You know, like I said, the Allspark and Transformers and the blue cube in Avengers, similar to what it is. It literally is a power source that generates its own energy to the point it doesn't need electricity. It doesn't need the shit that we need here on Earth. Like, Earth, here we need, you need to call the electric man. Then you need to call the electrician to plug in all your electricity through your house. And then from there, you got to make a call to your local city electric company, make sure they working. And then, you got to take a plug and put it in your socket. That's how you get electricity. Then they got the nerve, the audacity, the gumption to charge you for it every month. Ain't that a bitch? I read a tweet earlier today. It was just like, we literally on a floating rock paying bills. Like, literally, like, we have to pay to live. Like, we have to pay to live. Isn't that fucked up? And people say they want to come back out here. No, the Avengers, Gemini Man, and Black Panther. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then even in Black Panther, they show you how melanin works. Like I said, pay attention to these movies. Oh my god. They show you how melanin work in Black Panther. Because remember, you know, when they had the background story of vibranium. Basically, the Panther was basically Sekhmet, which is the dark feminine. And what is the dark feminine? The dark feminine is literally dark matter, or what physicists call black matter, you know, and it's full of electrons. So even in Black Panther, in the beginning, they showed you, oh yeah, we got this power from outer space. Trying to tell you that melanin is from outer space. They even tell you that shit in Venom. You know, Venom is from outer space. He's an he's like a symbiotic, symbiotic, I don't want to use words out of context. You know, I like words, so I don't want to use them out of context. But he's a entity that needs a symbiotic relationship with a host. And what does that sound like to you? Melanin. Okay. So, if it's boring as hell, then click off. Go find something else to do. Like, this is my shit. You came to me. I didn't come to you. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, if you don't like something, change the channel. I never understand why people did that. Like, I'm just talking, expressing myself. Y'all like the conversation. Y'all like the conversation. I was been supposed to go maybe like 30 minutes ago, but I actually enjoy talking. I enjoy y'all feedback. If you don't like it, then just change the channel. Like, I don't like broke niggas. So I'm not about to sit here and talk to broke niggas. Why don't you spend money on me? I'm not going to get an answer for that. I'm going to change the channel and find somebody who wants to spend. Like, bro, like, it's that simple. Like, I don't know. Humans are weird. Humans are weird. Like, I don't know what you're expecting, but we just talk about real shit. I already gave my little meat and potatoes. Like, so that's it. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do a video on anime. I just had to figure out what and which one to do it on and where. I really want to do Naruto, but I haven't watched Naruto in so long. I haven't even finished it either. I might just have to rewatch that again. Like, I don't know. But my Naruto video is going to be, it's a way I want to do it. Like, I don't want to just get on here. I want to produce quality content when I am on here. So I'm going to just do it. So yeah, because anime do be dropping the gems. Like I said, use all of this, all of media. Like I said, all media isn't worthless or trash. Some media have a lot of subliminals in it, and you just have to really pick it out, and you have to pay attention. That's all it is. So basically, guys, that yeah, just pay attention. And it's time. Basically, it's just time to level up, y'all. It's time to level up. It's time to become. We gotta not take the planet back, like, you know, in an economic stance, but it's just time to come to Godhood. It's time to take your place amongst your throne. We have suffered long enough, and let us give thanks to the ancestors. Let us give thanks to the ancestors who went through the shit that, you know, we couldn't even do, because the way so you are here because of your ancestors, so thank them, but redeem them by doing the work. Okay, redeem them by actually learning some shit, by actually being, you know, studying metaphysical and actually integrating it with yourself and understanding yourself. Okay, it's time to come into effect with DV. Yeah, like a Godhood or Godhood. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes sometimes your humanity is actually a entity. You gotta really understand that. You're very welcome. Yeah, your humanity is an actual living thing. So when you want to elevate, when you want to transcend your limitations, and when you want to do what is physically impossible according to the laws of the 3D, it's gonna be that little humanity in the back of your head, like, nigga, you can't do this. Or no, you know, how you gonna pay your bills if you do this? Like, fuck that. Okay. That's what I'm really here to say. Like, fuck that shit. Motherfuckers into Godhood. Yeah, I mean, being a Titan is another thing. I say God because, you know, that word in the human mind, it sparks something. It's more prevalent than Titan. Even though we know what it means. Don't get me wrong, we know what the fuck it means, okay? Don't get that twisted. We know what it means. But I use the word God because it triggers something in the brain. So everything that I speak and to do is very intentional. But yeah, greatest thing is above gods is Titans. So be a Titan because Titans are greater than gods. And to really understand that, watch Clash of the Titans. Was it Clash of the Titans, or what was the other one? It was Clash of the Titans and which another one. It's actually on HBO. But you'll see kind of the Titans' position in terms of the gods. So when you actually watch Wrath of the Titans, that's the second one. So watch Wrath of the Titans, where you see the interaction between the gods and the Titans, and the Titans be kicking the gods' ass, okay? And that's what you are, because the only reason why we say Titan is because, yes, the gods and the deities that we created, they're ours, okay? Similar to, because if you don't know the mythology, right? The Greek mythology, okay? First, you know, it was Gaia, and it was, you know, I think it was Gaia and it was Uranus, maybe, or something. Gaia and Uranus, they had kids, and those kids became the Titans, and those Titans had children called the gods. Now, you know, you got Kronos or Saturn, you know. Kronos tried to, for some reason, I forgot why, but Kronos tried to eat his children. And Zeus was the last one to save them all. And Zeus imprisoned that's why it's symbolic, because, and that's actually symbolic from Zeus imprisoning Kronos and the other Titans, because you can see that in humanity now. The gods imprison the Titans, I think, to probably take over and control the humans more, because if you look, he was hungry, shut the hell up. If you look in what was I about to say? If you look at current humans now, okay, and if you look at Wrath of the Titans, Clash of the Titans, gods can actually die. Or even if you look in American Gods can actually die, okay? Because in Wrath of the Titans, they tell you, like, don't pray to this certain type of god, because you don't pray to this god, you don't give it energy, you don't feed it, okay? You don't feed that god with prayers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's to let you know, like, the power from gods comes from humans because we give it power. Serapis, or the Christian God, or whoever, or Allah, has so much, and really they're all the same God. God, Allah, and the Jewish God, they're the same God, basically. And I be telling people who be in those major religions, like, y'all basically worshiping the same God. Like, y'all just don't know it. And I picked up that shit when I was a teenager, but I thought I was crazy. But you can see, like, the Kronos and the Zeus, the Titans in the God mythology and in the Greek mythology, similar to kind of how humans is, because, you know, once the gods took over, you know, they kind of basically enslaved the humans. Not enslaved them, like, you know, enslaved them by ciphering their energy. So, you know, building temples, prayers. Oh, please, Poseidon, let it be a good day where we go and get fish. Okay, kind of like that. So that should let you know that gods don't get their power unless you give them that power. And humans create gods. Gods don't create humans. Humans create gods. And whoever created humans are extraterrestrials. So you really gotta understand that shit too. So you gotta really just understand that, like, you are it. You are the center. Like, there are no gods outside of you. There's just you. You control the gods. You tell those gods what to do. Like yesterday, I made it rain yesterday. I didn't intend on making it rain yesterday, but it rained and it was thunderstorming outside my house yesterday. I didn't watch the news. I didn't check on anything, like, you know, but it's something that you can do, okay? So you gotta understand, like, gods get their powers from humans. And once you understand that certain deities require certain things, this is why most Christians, not all, but most Christians suffer. Most Christians are sick. Most Christians are broke. Most Christians are poor. Most Christians have the most mental health issues because their God is crazy. You're going to pick up whatever deity that you worship, you're going to pick up the characteristics of that deity. So the Christian God is, the nigga said he jealous. He only wants you to worship him and only him. He's vindictive. He's a hypocrite. He's all of these things, okay? He's borderline narcissistic. So when you look at Christians, not actually physically making it rain, like made it rain, like weather, rise, precipitation. That's what I'm talking about. So you actually look at the characteristics of gods, of that type of God. You look at his followers. Okay, they exhibit the same thing. If you don't like their religion, they get really defensive. They get really, all of this. Y'all have had discussions with Christians before. Y'all understand how it is. They're that way how they are. Church folks are the worst people ever. Like, they sneaky, they fake. You know what I'm saying? They talk behind your back, because those are the characteristics of the God that they are worshiping. So whatever religion that you're in, or whatever deity that you subscribe to, you're going to pick up the characteristics of that deity, okay? Because, and even though in, the Bible they teach, love and turn the other cheek, do most Christians practice that shit? No. Most Christians use the Bible verses that are conducive to them to prove their point, to stroke their ego, to make it feel like they're right, okay? Like, for example, in the Bible, it says that eating shellfish is an abomination. But let's talk about pre-COVID. What did niggas do after church? Niggas took their black asses right to Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? My grandma is a Jesus warrior. But my grandma will fuck some crab legs up in 2.35 seconds. But don't let it be nobody gay, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be nobody gay. Like, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different thing. Like, like, they use, like I said, people in the Bible, they don't even know how to decode their old Bible. I told my mom that Mary was a hoe. She didn't believe me until I pulled it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mary was a hoe. She was a hoe. Like, that's why I got a little fan. I don't know where it is. I got a fan that I take with me to the strip club that got Mary on it, because it remind me, that's the energy I'm trying to embody. I'm trying to be Mary Magdalene. But anyway, but yeah, so you're going to pick up, you got to be careful. So this is why, if you hear the word Titan, Titans are beyond the gods, because Titans create the gods, okay? So you have to, so what kind of deity do you worship? And how do you know these deities? I don't worship any deities. I worship myself. I am my own deity. The goal is to not worship deities. It's to use gods. So when you look up Oshun, Ra, Sekhmet, Vishnu, Shiva, or whoever you can think of, okay? These are aspects of human consciousness, okay? These are literally aspects of human consciousness, right? They are not real people in the sky, okay? They are human principles that are within you that you use when you need it. So if I am of African descent, okay? Africa is the most prosperous country in regards to resources. I mean, prosperous continent in the world, because, we get all that stuff from there. So I'm going to use Oshun to bring me prosperity. I understand. I don't bow down to Oshun. I worship Oshun, but I co-create and I personify her energy, because magic is just tricking the subconscious mind. Like, that's like I said, that's why I like Pisces so much, because Pisces can literally dream up anything. They can literally, like, have such a vivid imagination that you will think that be illogical to the point it becomes logical. That's why I really love Pisces. Like, you might think Pisces would be like, I want to have 10 million houses and 3 trucks outside. You can be like, what the fuck? Like, no. Like, so that's all magic is. Magic is just tricking the subconscious mind so that you, because your subconscious mind is just a projector for what you see in these 2 eyes. So whatever happens on the outside is just a reflection of what's going on here. It's like a movie, you know. It's not the actual movie screen that's producing the image. Hi, Mook. It's not the actual movie screen that's producing the image. It's the, what do you call that? It's something in the back. You know, they got shit in the back. You know, that's projecting onto the screen. Okay, so no, I don't worship gods. You don't worship any gods. They are divine principles of you, and you use those principles and you integrate yourself with those principles to manifest what you want. Okay, we don't worship over here. We are the worshipped. That's the thing. So when people tell me, oh, do you worship the devil? Nigga, the devil worships me. The devil wants to be me. It's like another movie reference. It's like Insidious, right? So you know how Insidious, like, you have to be careful with going to the other side because a lot of spirits on the other side, they were jealous of the humans who are on there on the other side. Oh, you drinking on Jameson. Oh, you trying to get lit. Mook chicken on Jameson. Oh, she trying to get lit. Excuse me. But yeah, it's like Insidious. So whenever people will cross over, they'll have to be careful because those entities on the other side, they want a physical body, you know. So every time I get high, but they go to chipper and I put what? We have the never cousin. Yeah, I do believe that. Black people are perceived as the devil. If you look at I don't know if Tyrone's still here, but if you I need to stop procrastinating. But Tyrone have posted some pages from Pacts with the Devil. It's a book, and Satan is portrayed as a black man with the afro and everything. Nigga look like Huey Freeman. So yeah, that's why other people are afraid of us, because we are indeed their devil. Okay, and it's just like, it depends. Like, another culture's devil is another culture's god. So, you know, it just depends on that. Depends on what you want to do to that. Because jealous ain't human spring. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, and even just me thinking about that, sometimes, even just me saying that, how some spirits want to be in physical bodies, it kind of makes me appreciating me being in physical body, because you want some shit. And then maybe that's why we come into physical bodies, because we want to experience that human experience. Okay, so maybe the human experience isn't so useless after all. Learn something every day. So I don't know, I'm about to get off this thing though, because I gotta cook me some dinner, and I also gotta prepare for another think about the killing done in Jesus' name. Yeah, like I said, you know what I mean, people were slaughtered in the name of Jesus. You know, the Catholic Church has committed so many crimes against humanity. It's ridiculous, but nobody talks about that. But that's why, did y'all hear that the Vatican is going broke? Did y'all hear about that shit? Oh my god, so much. Oh, first of all, let me update y'all on this. Okay, first of all, apparently the Vatican's going broke. If you have not heard about that, apparently the Vatican is asking for donations and for financial assistance. Ironic, right? Second of all, George Soros, his what do you call that? George Soros, his accounts have been funded. I mean, has been basically, he doesn't have any control of his, well, some of his accounts. I don't know about all of his accounts, but a majority is a nice little lump sum of his accounts are not, he can't access them. He has to go through this, it's like this Asian country called something, Yama something. I don't know. I never heard of this Asian country before, but basically George Soros, his foundation is seized. Okay. So that's interesting. And then what else is next? dang, the Vatican, you had George Soros, and it was something else too. I don't know, but a lot of shit getting Myanmar. That's how you say it, Myanmar. It's some Asian specific country, but yeah, George Soros, he got his shit seized, and yeah, so that's crazy. And like I said, apparently the Vatican broke. So how the hell you broke, but you get taxes from America every year? Like, how you broke? Like, don't you have Egyptian artifacts? And they better not show that shit either. I mean, detachment, you know, it is ours, but, you know, we have gone beyond, you know, physical Egyptian artifacts because those things reside in us already. But it's just like, damn, how the Vatican go and broke? You know, so maybe that's just retribution from the church committing all those crimes in the, what is it? I know, like the 1600s, 1700s. So yeah, it's a lot of shit that's going on. A lot of shit that's going on, and a lot of shit about to be exposed. And I really wonder, what are people going to do when they figure out everything? Like, that's why I'm glad I left the interview when I did, because so much shit is coming to light. And I used to be like, I just wish, you know how before COVID happened, we were just like, we wish the Matrix would fall. Like, the Matrix actually fell. And you got to really be careful with that shit. From the Saturn Capricorn. Yeah. And also, what was that? Jupiter Saturn conjunction too. That Jupiter Saturn conjunction. I did do some research on it. It does says the overthrowing of governments and government officials. So, like I said, I don't think Joe Biden would be in office too much longer, personally, in my opinion. It's like he can't. Like, every time I see Joe Biden on some type of updated video of him, I just be like, yo, his time is ticking. Like, his time is done. So even though, like I said, I'm not too much of a fan of Donald Trump, but if Donald Trump was to get reelected again, I think that would be disadvantageous for him anyway. So, and I wish somebody who was an astrologer would advise him on that. Like, hey, even if you did want a second term, you probably wouldn't even finish that second term. So, probably dodge the bullet from there anyway. Yeah, like I said, so a lot of these old systems, they're crumbling. And I'm excited. And yeah, like I said, now it's just time to, that's why I'm saying, with all this shit, everything's doing like this. So that means we have to do like this. Like, we have to rise. Okay? So, and how you do that? Just shadow work and authenticity. That's what all the spiritual journey is about, being your authentic self. So like I said, I'm very interested to see how these events unfold, but then again, I'm not too attached to it at the same time. Don't get too wrapped up in current events. Create your own reality, because like Bobby Hemmett said, don't focus on what the government doing. Focus on what the hell you're doing. What type of reality that you want to manifest. Because if you notice now, like I said, bye Momo. If you notice now, it's people, we live in different worlds. We are like different people. It's people right now who haven't been out, who haven't even stepped out the house, probably except to get some toiletries. It's people who haven't even been out the house in a year. And it's other people who've been everywhere. Like, so it's literally, we literally live on two different worlds. Like, so you got to choose which reality that you want to experience. 12 days of darkness this year worldwide. Where? 12 days of darkness. Who can do that? It's like somebody planning on blocking out the sun or something. That's what you mean? She's Indian Caucasian. I don't know. Yeah, no. Camellia, no. She can kick rocks with open-toed shoes on. I don't care for her too much. If anything, I'd rather have Kanye as president. Maybe that's a Gemini supporting a Gemini, but personally, I don't care about that. But yeah, so child, because she thinks she going, yeah, like I said, my dad the same way too. Like, my dad won't even, and like, even when you ask logical questions, like, look at the response that you get. Like, I told my dad, like, okay, what if they never find a vaccine for COVID? You gonna stay in the house for the rest of your life? You gonna live like this for the rest of your life? Like, no, I want to live my life. Okay. And if you're vibrating high, COVID don't even exist. Like I said, like, you shouldn't be even getting COVID. Like, what spiritual person you know got COVID? Usually, everybody who got COVID are low vibrational as hell. I guarantee you, everybody who got COVID either believe in Jesus, diet is trash, frequency trash, don't know no type of consciousness, maybe above the heart, no type of consciousness above the heart chakra. So look at the people who getting COVID. Not no spiritual people, not no people that's vibrating high. So, like I said, you gotta pay attention. So this is my word for today. I'm about to go because your girl, I got some meat marinating, and I'm about to go fry that up, dye that to the side. I'm about to eat good. Okay. Closest I got the COVID is blue balls. Tyrone, get out. Get out. Why do you say these things? But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm gonna come up with some more topics to talk about with y'all, but and like I said, I know I'm not in the most animated I'm not in the most animated mood. But like I said, I just want to show my face. Plus, what me give you any bones and keep the motherfucker down. So until next time, my friends, I see you later.